Okay, path problems. This is Pitland. Q is Queensville, S is St. Luke's, and R is Rutherford. And they say, how many routes are there from Pitland to St. Luke's that go through Queensville? Well, you can count. There'd be one along the top, two. Here, I'll draw this the first time, then we'll show you why we don't normally need to draw it. Here's one route, two routes, along the top again, three, four, five, and six. So that's going to be our answer. Could we do that without all the confusing drawing? You bet we can, and it's the fundamental counting principle that will do it for us again. Getting from Pitland to Queensville, you have two choices of route. Now you're in Queensville, and if you're going from there to St. Luke's, you have three choices of route. Fundamental counting principle says 2 times 3 equals, there are 6 total routes that you could use to get there. Now, how many routes are there from Pitland to St. Luke's that go through Rutherford? If we use fundamental counting principle again, we have 3 choices for the first route, times only 1 choice for the second route. 3 times 1 is 3 ways to get to Rutherford. In other words, you make a choice on how to get from Pitland to Rutherford. Which of these 3 routes shall I take? You don't have any choice after that. You're automatically doing this part. We could have even left this out because it didn't matter. Once you're in Rutherford, you will take this road or you're not going anywhere. So, there are 6 routes along the top. There are 3 routes that go along the bottom. So how many ways are there to get from Pitland to St. Luke's? It's not 18. It's 9, and here's why. We've been multiplying these numbers when you had to take one of each, right? Use the fundamental counting principle when you have to have a top part and a middle part and a bottom part to a toy, or when you have to pick an ice cream cone, ice cream and sprinkles, stuff like that. In that case, you take the number of choices for the first thing that you're going to have and for the second choice you're going to have and multiply them together. But these are not things that you have to take one of each. You either go along the top, in which case you have 6 choices, or you go along the bottom and you have 3 more choices. In that case, you just add them. Overall, there are 9 choices. You can take one of these 6, or you can take one of these 3. And so in general, the rule is when we say and, when you have to take a cone and ice cream and sprinkles, or if you have to go from Pitland to Queensville and then from Queensville to St. Luke's, that's a multiplication. If we say or, you can take one of these 6 routes or you can take one of these 3 routes, then you should be adding instead.